2019 world champion and 2021 Olympic silver medalist, who's going to meet somebody who's never been on a podium before. But I got to tell you, in the round of 32, he knocked out world number 1, Mohammed El Sayed. Then he knocked out the men's EPEE team silver medalist in Genoa at the European Championships. And then he knocked out the European individual silver medalist. And I said to him, you can beat anybody. And he said, anybody can beat anybody.
Well, on paper, looking at this, the last battle was between number 2 and number 3 as a coin flip. You look at this and go, this is one of the biggest mismatches of all time, but not by the way Koshman fenced today. Just by number 4 versus number 114.
If you were a fencer that flings yourself about and jumps and throws a lot of feints and all of that, Koshman will just very patiently wait, and then he'll hit you.
I watched him. He was very strong on the blade when you go to his outside target under his flank. He was very strong, very hard to hit there. Let's see if SIKLOSI will find that out the hard way.
Well, SIKLOSI doesn't fence like Mohammed El Sayed. He doesn't fence like Galassi. And he's being very careful. Okay, they burn off the first minute.
There's referee Sakvaze.
Koshman, I haven't really seen him attack today.
No, he's definitely a counterattacker and a riposter. I saw that too.
The head coach of the Ukraine program, Natalia Konrad, told me that he did a training camp in Hungary just before this competition.
And the P red cards are avoided as SIKLOSI gets on the board with 2 seconds left before that card would have been given.
SIKLOSI is not giving him any opportunities.
Well, you did say, David, that you were watching Koshman all day and that he didn't attack a lot. I noticed that as well when I was watching his bouts. And now that he's behind, he has no choice at some point, but he's going to have to.
Well, he's been trying to draw the attack from SIKLOSI, and SIKLOSI just keeps backing up. And then when he does so in a line that is, that makes it very difficult for Nikita Koshman to counter attack.
And he hit on 2 straight attacks when they're going back and forth like waves in the ocean, back and forth. He saw the opening on 2 occasions, hit on the same action.
Well, time's going to run out here in the first. Only 2 points in it.
So it is fair to say that Koshman has never yet scored 1 touch on a podium.
Well, it is fair to say because it's true.
Well,
there could be. I don't believe it. I don't believe this, but it could be that he's just having a happy to be here moment.
You never know. I mean, during the course of the year, Siklosi had a good year. He was third at the zonals in Genoa last month, 33rd at the World Cup in France, 17th at the Grand Prix in Bogota. He won the World Cup in Marrakesh, 5th at the Grand Prix in Budapest, and 2nd at the Grand Prix of Doha. So he's had a pretty good year.
Yeah.
In contrast, Koshman, 67th at the zonals, 50th at the World Cup in France, 102nd in Marrakesh, 51st in Budapest, 41st at Heidenheim, 76th at Doha, 72nd at Vancouver. So it's a tale of two fencers right now.
Now, Siklosi had a leg injury somewhere in all of that process, and he had been out for a bit before the zonals in Genoa. And Genoa, he told me, was a warm-up for him. For this moment.
It's going to be it's going to be P red. There's referee Paglia, Sakvazi rather. He's on the microphone, but his booming voice is so loud, he doesn't need a microphone.
Okay. Both fencers are given a P red penalty point. So I'm not sure that really counts as getting your first.
Nope, I'm not giving it to him.
No.
No way.
No.
You mentioned zonals. Some fencers don't go to the zonals. Some fencers use it as a warm-up. But Lee Kiefer has won 12 zonals, so for her, it means something.
Collect the whole set. Okay. Nikita Koshman gets a hit.
At the age of 23, Siklosi's
the rage or the
and Siklosi's 27, by the way, but has a wealth of experience. It seems older than that already.
Okay, well maybe that will loosen him up a bit.
Yep.
But we know he can hit. We know he can score.
He hasn't taken really any risks. Now that's the third time Siklosi timed Koshman as he came forward. So that's almost too easy for Siklosi. Same exact action up to the high line near the shoulder on the inside target.
That is the experience of Gergely Siklosi showing up in spades.
And Koshman likes to be on the blade.
Yeah.
And Siklosi hasn't given him the blade once in 5 minutes.
Well, he's looking for it. It's another double.
Well, this time Koshman was able to get a double, but that's not his friend. The double is Siklosi's friend when he has the lead. So getting a double there is a moral victory. It wasn't a single against him, but he's got to start creating and doing stuff. He hasn't.
Well, it's kind of like saying, when you're in a restaurant and you've never been in a restaurant before, you should have had the chicken soup. It's this really is a learning experience. The fact that it's at the World Championships.
But I think at this point, Koshman's got to spice it up with some hot and sour soup because he hasn't tried anything. He's got to do something. He's got to try. You lose, you lose, you win, but he has done nothing up until now. And a defensive game isn't going to work. It's playing right into Siklosi's hand. So I'm a little surprised that Koshman hasn't really tried anything. He hasn't tried to take the blade. He hasn't really made any attacks. Now he has to. He's down.
You know, let's bear in mind that the Hungarians have been watching him win all day, and they know how he does it, and they are making sure that Gergely SIKLOSI is not going to play into that.
Well, SIKLOSI has zeroed in on one particular timing movement that he's gotten 4 points on already, and Koshman hasn't been able to figure that out. But he hasn't made SIKLOSI feel uncomfortable or at risk at any moment.
Exactly.
He hasn't feinted to the toe or gone to the hand or taken the blade. So if I'm SIKLOSI, I'm sitting there, just waiting for my moment. I don't feel like I'm at risk.
Well, you can tell a lot from a coach's body language. And when they were having their chat down the end of the piece, I'd be willing to bet that the coach was saying exactly what you just said. You've got to start doing stuff.
Ooh, SIKLOSI had that timing again. Okay, that was the first real risk. He went for the attack. He got hit on the counter attack. Okay, but at least he tried something. SIKLOSI is much taller, much longer, huge reach advantage. So in order for Koshman to have a chance, he's got to somehow get SIKLOSI's blade. Hasn't taken it yet.
But as you pointed out, SIKLOSI's not going to give it to him. Oh, he got the parry.
SIKLOSI saw an opening there, just grabbed the blade. They thought he had him there, and it was parried.
But another double. And all of Koshman's points have come on doubles, but at least he's trying to do something.
Yeah, well, he has to. And there it is.
His first solo hit.
And somehow we're still within 3. If he gets another one, it gets interesting.
See, he picked up that SIKLOSI was trying to do that same move, and this time he picked it up.
Not hitting on the riposte there. I think SIKLOSI knows that Ramiz was tactically planned. Because, yeah, he was in tight there. And
ooh.
All right, down to the final minute. He's got to pick up the pace here. He's got to throw caution to the winds. It's pretty soon.
Well, he knows. See, he knows he can do that. And it's finally hit him that, oh, hey, I can do that. And except it's, there's 35 seconds remaining in the match.
SIKLOSI allowed himself to get pushed to 1 foot off the piece. I don't think he'll do that again. This is the critical one. The next one, if he opens back up that 3-point differential, that should pretty much do it, but there's still plenty of time. Beauty, and that's the last 2 touches. Koshman scored single lights, have been pushing SIKLOSI to the back of the end of the piece, and he needs to do it again if SIKLOSI retreats. Beautiful riposte. He's got time, but he's got to try it again. Oh, he had it and he missed. That was a razor's thin margin from being within 1 with plenty of time left. Whew. So, the magical mystery tour of Nikita Koshman is about to come to an end, but this is
maybe it's just starting.
Could be, but when we look at wonderful surprises and someone coming out of nowhere, this was a wonderful bronze medal for Nikita Koshman of Ukraine. If he had started earlier pushing the way he did, he was picking up the blade a lot. I think he waited too late.
Well, maybe somebody didn't press the button. Why is it 14-9?
Because
there was 2 seconds remaining on the clock.
It's a glitch. It was 15-9, and there's your winner, and trying to win the world championship for the 2nd time.
Well, he's if anybody can do it, he can. But I have to say that for Nikita Koshman to do what he did today, come out for his first podium visit ever at the World Championships and score 9 points against a world and Olympic medalist.
There's definitely some upside there.
Yeah.
You could call it a fluke, but you watched him all day and said there's definitely some upside.